So I was just listening to something and something came to mind. Okay, we're talking about groups and stuff like that where people believe different things or they're following something, let's say like a fraternity or something like that, right? And you got I don't know that much about fraternities. Okay, so let me just say this the way it came to my mind. Okay, there might be people in there that believe in Jesus, right? And they consider themselves pastors and stuff like that. And then you have these other people that are just following specifically this way they're taught to be, right? And that's like a side road. They figure it's a side road to get to the highway faster, right? To get to their destination faster. So they follow this, right? And then you got these pastors in there. They ain't saying they say everything right. I'm not saying that. But God will have his people in certain places where deception could be and taking people to go the wrong way to the synagogue of Satan or whatever. And God will have his people there so that he can step in and put those seeds in people to follow him. It says where two or more are gathered in his name, he is in the midst. So I've always loved it when I was talking to somebody about Jesus and Jesus would show up. Like he would show up, whether he was speaking through me, or I loved it when he's speaking to me, through me to me, or where he was speaking to me from the other person. You know what I mean? Because they would be like, yeah, I believe in Jesus. But I would be talking to them about Jesus thinking, I'm going to help them somehow, right? But then Jesus will start talking to me from them, and I always love that. And that's what it means by where two or more are gathered in my name. We are speaking about Jesus, and Jesus will show up. I always love that. I love when the Lord speaks to me. And a lot of the time where I'm thinking I'm right and I'm speaking, the Lord starts speaking to me. But God will show up and he will plant his seeds. He plants the seeds and he waters them. It's just where it says in the Bible, one person plants and the other person waters them, but he gives the increase. It is him through both. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you pay attention when you are speaking to a fellow brother or sister in Christ, and you're talking about Jesus and you're thinking upon Jesus, don't be surprised if he shows up and starts talking to you. Don't disregard what he says to you. Pay attention. Be open to receive what he is saying as well. Because pride, like some people, it's like when somebody says something, they might be like, oh, no, that's not. And God might be giving you a nugget there if you pay attention and receive it and think about it. Because there's been times the Lord has said something and then it didn't make sense at the time, but later on it made perfect sense and went with the whole situation, and it's like the whole atmosphere changed, and I was like, oh my goodness, that went with that. You know what I mean? That was what it means, and it was exactly right. So yeah, where two or more are gathered in the midst, he is there, and God will put his people in certain positions to pull people out of the darkness, to plant seeds that can get rooted so he can water them later. You know what I mean? So I love you, family. You guys have a blessed day. Be blessed.